Welcome back to Y.E.S, everyone. Today we have a special video for you. We are going to review the top 10 best auditions of America's Got Talent 2021. Of course, this is my list. This is going to be slightly subjective, and I cannot stress how difficult this list was, in fact, to make. There was a huge variety of different, in fact, variety acts. Now, even for some of the things that you would typically expect for comedians, singers, a little bit of everything, even if there were repetitious acts, a lot of them still brought the talent this year, and it was very satisfying to be able to see how much talent we're going to have to try and decide and vote on, and what the judges are going to have to decide and slimming down the competition for the next round. But today we're going to mention the top 10 on this channel, and I have a few honorable mentions. I really can't stress how hard it was to just narrow down to a few honorable mentions, but I got 7 here, and then we're going to dive into the top 10. So let's turn the music on and start this list. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Honorable mentions real quick first. We're going to highlight Donovan for his rendition of Think of Me from the Phantom of the Opera. That was very surprising. Very talented individual right there. Also, the Chap Kids dance group. I really liked highlighting their great synchronized choreography. It was very impressive. Next would be Pizza Man Nick Dieslin. Just kind of a pizza tosser, juggler, in a superhero kind of sense, kind of different kind of act, and I liked it. So we're gonna see what he decides to do moving forward. I'm gonna enjoy that. Next would be Unicycle Flow. This is a very impressive one with performers moving around to music on unicycles, and they only had 4 of their performers there, and apparently they're gonna have many more. I think they said there was like 20 of them, so we'll see how that ends up being. Then there's also Matt Johnson, an escape artist who is basically coming out of a 1-year retirement. And it was very interesting, and he seems like a genuine guy. I'm excited to see what he's going to do next, even though anytime I see an escape artist, that just horrifies my heart. Also, Johnny Showcase with his group playing their original song Sensual. That was just hilarious. I was also weirded out just as much as the judges were, and yeah, it was fun to watch what they could do once they started kicking off the music. And lastly, Joel Claudio as the twirl act. He just had so much charisma. I loved everything that he was doing. He looked like he was having so much fun, and he actually was very impressive with what he was doing. All right, that's the honorable mentions. Let's get to the 10th pick of this group. First one I'm going to place here, Keith Advocary. This guy is kind of a character, and I really like that. He is quoting himself as being someone who likes to do bodily movements, and that is true. We'll just call it dancing, even though he doesn't claim to be a dancer. That's kind of the situation that he's got, but he's going to do this to video game music, and that made it so much more interesting, and I really appreciate what he had. I actually wanted to put him higher here, but I thought, okay, I might be getting ahead of myself, I don't know, but I really wanted to highlight him here. Number 9, right here, we're going to highlight Nightbird. Nightbird is the golden buzzer for Simon Cowell with her original song, It's Okay. And she just has a very sweet personality and also a great story, kind of tragic one. She's suffering from cancer in a couple of different parts of her body. And I'm not going to say that I thought she had the most impressive voice, but she had one of the most genuine and beautiful performances there. So I have to give her a spot right here. Number 8 is Klek Entos. This is kind of like a horror, dark magic magician, kind of a guy that just kind of creeps you out, but he's doing really amazing things, like part magic, part mentalism, like a little bit of everything, and I really don't know what to expect from him moving forward. He did bring an axe on stage, so I'm curious if he's going to use that in his act at any point. Number 7, Korean Soul. I loved this performance. Their rendition of All My Life by KC and JoJo. My goodness, that was so well performed. They had such great chemistry together, and I actually don't think enough people are talking about them. The judges were super impressed, and I think that they deserve a little bit more praise. Okay, number 6, Peter Rosalita. His rendition of All By Myself was beyond impressive. I'm very careful when I try to highlight children in competitions like this because I don't want them to get ahead of themselves, but I have to give this kid his props. This is my favorite performance that involves a young one. And so I'm pretty happy with that. Number 5, Kevin Macau. This is a mentalist who used some pretty impressive, I don't even know what you call it, graphics or digital illusions. Like, it just created a experience on stage that was just beyond what you thought was going to happen, and I think that his act is going to be more impressive than ones that we have seen previously on this show. Number 4, I'm going to highlight Cambertrand, stand-up comedian from Tampa, Florida, with a crazy country southern accent. This is the funniest act that I've seen for a pure comedian standpoint. I am ecstatic to see what he's going to do moving forward. There was a lot of comedians on there. This one was my favorite, and I just love his personality. I can't wait. Number 3, World Taekwondo Demonstration Team. This is the golden buzzer for Terry Crews. It was one of the most exciting performances where they basically tackled the entire stage, knocking down wood blocks, taking care of business, showing their balance, showing their skill, showing their discipline. Everything was impressive here. Number 2, Michael Winslow. This one's a little interesting because Michael Winslow has been actually famous for a while, but has been in retirement for a while. He is a voice instrumentalist. He also has some acting experience, having been in Spaceballs and the Police Academy movies. A man of 10,000 sounds. Right now we're probably getting at 100,000 sounds. It was one of the most bizarre and purely awe-inspiring performances that we got on the show. And yeah, despite all the advantages that he might have, he deserves to be highlighted here. And number 1 on this list, I'm going to give it to Leah Kyle, the quick change fashionista. That's kind of what I'm going to call it right there. She received the golden buzzer from Heidi Klum, and deservedly so. That was one of the most impressive performances I've ever seen. She has one of the most beautiful and gorgeous smiles of any performer on stage, and I can't wait to see what she does moving forward. So that's my top 10 list right there, ladies and gentlemen. I know for a fact that some people are going to disagree to a certain percentage, so let me know which ones you thought were either better or should have been included on the list. If you were to rearrange someone's position, who knows? This one, I'm totally okay with you disagreeing to a certain point. So let me know which acts you thought were really good, which ones are maybe honorable mentions or should be in your personal top 10. That is totally fine. Let me know in the comments below, and I can't wait to see how this season goes. I'm actually legit super excited for this season. And remember to subscribe, like, comment in the video, get that yes in your life. We'll see you next time.